Well, first of all, thank you for coming this morning. I appreciate you all being here. Let me start by introducing Peg Rosenfield, raise your hand please, and Ann Henkener, and Meg Flack from the League of Women Voters. Catherine Kirsner is here from Ohio Citizen Action, and Dr. Richard Gunther from The Ohio State University are all joining me here today for the introduction of H.R. 15, Joint House Resolution 15. All of these individuals have been very active in the efforts to improve the reapportionment process, and I'm thankful for their support and participation here today. I believe that each will be making some remarks or answering some questions in just a few minutes. This morning we are introducing, or has already been introduced, it's been delivered to the clerk's office, legislation that will take the politics out of the reapportionment process by providing specific criteria for how state legislative districts are drawn. In doing so, we will remove the partisan tendencies of reapportionment boards or any other group of elected officials charged with the drawing of district lines. In addition to removing that partisanship, the House plan encourages public participation and provides an unprecedented level of transparency. As is always said, sunlight is the best disinfectant, and by making this process subject to an open and public competition, political gamesmanship will be significantly reduced. Specifically, the House Reapportionment Reform Plan would amend the Ohio Constitution to revise the process of apportioning the state for General Assembly districts. Again, this plan would create accountable and competitive elections. It will make the process of reapportionment more open and transparent while continuing to protect communities of interest and minority voting rights. In order to demonstrate this to you, please allow me to take you through the reapportionment process as this legislation proposes. The Reapportionment Board will administer an open public competition for drawing legislative districts. The board would retain its current membership, and all meetings of the board will be open to the public. The steps of administering the competition are as follows. The Apportionment Board sets the calendar of the competition and releases the most current census data and political data that utilizes the three most competitive statewide races in the last 10 years. This would include the presidential and Senate races. The average of the political data will then be used to determine the statewide partisan index. At the same time, the board will provide the public with the necessary means to participate in the competition, such as the software necessary and that data that I've already explained. The Apportionment Board collects all the eligible plans. In order to be eligible, all plans must be submitted by an Ohio resident. That resident may only submit one House and one Senate plan. It must draw 99 House districts and 33 Senate districts. Those that must be contiguous in their configuration. Must be within 5% of the population averages as determined by the census divided by the 99. Match the same seat allocations as the statewide partisan index, and must follow all other rules and guidelines, including federal rules in protection of minority voting rights. Once all eligible plans have been submitted, and at that time, all eligible plans at the deadline will become public record. Once they have been submitted, they will be ranked first on what is called representational fairness. This measures the balance of partisanship through the competitive ranges. Therefore, the plan that ranks highest will have districts that mirror each other in terms of partisan breakdown. Next, the remaining plans will be ranked by political competitiveness. This means those plans that contain the most districts that are in the 50-51% match range. Next, the remaining plans will be ranked by political subdivisions. Plans that divide municipalities the least will be ranked the highest. Finally, the remaining plans will be ranked on competitiveness. This is defined by the area of each district divided by its perimeter. The highest ranked plan in this category will come to the top of the list. Upon final selection of the House plan, the board will conduct the same competition for the Senate, with the caveat that each Senate district must be composed of 3 contiguous House districts. The House Reapportionment Reform Plan takes the politics out of reapportionment by providing specific criteria as to how district lines are to be drawn. This in turn makes each district more competitive. Having competitive districts is unarguably fair for the citizens of Ohio, who should be assured that when they elect a person to represent them, that person will be responsive to their issues and needs. This plan also increases transparency in this process to an absolute unprecedented level. As I stated earlier, sunshine is the best disinfectant, and by making this process open to the public and allowing Ohioans to actively participate, we will ensure that political gamesmanship is severely limited when redrawing the maps.